Good day, everybody. How are you? Welcome to Morning Talks with Ro. I got my morning drink on deck. How are you feeling? This is a check-in. It's a special edition. I normally do these on Mondays and Wednesdays. Today is the third day of completing my fast, my 3-day liquid fast that I do every month. And I'm just being present. It's a very special time, isn't it? Lots going on in the world. A lot of things changing on a daily basis. Hey, everybody, welcome to the conversation. Lots of things changing on a daily basis. Hey, Shanika. And, one day you could be feeling encouraged. The next day you could be introspective. The next day you could be a little fearful. The next moment you could feel another way, right? So this is a check-in. Hey, Marcus. This is a check-in with you guys to see how you are. Come in here and be honest. You want to just exchange some really good vibes? We do that too, right? Let me know if the megahertz are too loud. But welcome to the conversation. I hope everybody's well. I know that we're all having to adjust. Hey, Nancy. What up? How's everybody feeling? This is just a check-in. Gonna be doing another midday jams with Ro, digging in the crates, baby. On Sunday, had a blast doing it last Sunday. Got some more music on deck. Rest in peace to Bill Withers. Found out that he passed away today, so definitely gonna do a musical tribute for Bill. Play a song that we all know and love. What up, Maurice? How are you, dear? So this is just, I probably should have turned on my do not disturb. I can do that. Hi, Michael. How are you? So this is just, hey, Lindsay, an opportunity for us to check in. Make sure everybody's psychological health is on point. Make sure your spiritual health is feeling all right. If you feel like you're going through something, with introspection, if you're trying to heal right now, whatever, I'm making myself available to help us all stretch in perspective, including myself. I'm not exempt from this. I'm going through my own transitions and changes. I feel much more empowered now, though, because I've been facing my stuff. Okay. Your girl has been facing her stuff. I have not been running. And as painful as it was to sit in some of the emotions that I was sitting in and not run from them, because it could be real easy to get out of something that's painful, right? Like, who wants to feel pain? However, I know that there's a such thing as a beautiful struggle. And that's what I was in. I was in a beautiful struggle. And I was literally feeling the pain in my body, like physical pain from heartbreak and from confusion and all of that stuff. And I was like, we're going to sit in this. We're going to see what's here, what's a messaging that could be in here for this. And hopefully, even when I come out on the other side, it doesn't just benefit me, right? But it benefits other people that come through whatever teachings that I have, whatever coaching or guidance that I can give, because I've done the work, That's kind of the type of coach that I've been developed to be. A lot of the stuff that I share is either something that I have lived vicariously through, experience. I do the work. I get in the trenches. I get in the mud with the stuff because I want to gain and I want to heal myself. You feel me? So yeah, man. Let's see. What do you guys say? Katrina, hey, darling. Welcome to the conversation. She says, hey, love, happy 30th. Thank you. Shout out to EV30. Happy 30th anniversary to In Vogue. Today, the anniversary CD or record, album, whatever we calling it, right? There's a remixed version. There's remastered versions of the song. There's also some remixes on there, right? Some fresh stuff. So go check it out. Support the celebration of In Vogue's 30th anniversary. What? Hello. Shanika says, I've been really tired lately. No inspiration, no energy. I'm glad you said that, Shanika. We about to talk about it, baby. Your makeup looks really nice. Thank you, Kiki. Nancy says, just came back from Costco. Wow, interesting experience. Showered and changed. What was interesting about your visit to Costco, Nancy? Anthony, hey, what's the lockdown situation in my area? You know, I haven't checked in a while. I just know that the mayor, I want to say, we are only supposed to go out if we need the essentials. Other than that, stay home. That's what I remember. Hey, Sai. So let's talk about not having inspiration or energy during this time to work. Like, I know that a lot of us are talking about, you know, hey, take advantage of this pause, right? You know, this is a time for us to build, and this is a time for us to get back to the blah, 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 blah. And that is very true. And, right, it is also a time to pause with the pause. I, speaking from experience, right, go, 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 go. I travel a lot. Sometimes I don't get a chance to think about what I just been through because I'm moving. You know what I'm saying? So for some of us, this is a time to cocoon. It's a time to incubate. It's a time to be still. It's a time to recharge, restore, regenerate, revitalize. Come on, give me the re's, right? Re-energize, so that when you do come back to whatever you do creatively, whenever you do come back to whatever you're exchanging with another human being, it's on a whole other level of maybe healing or stretched perspective or love or peace or self-integration, self-actualization. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't be afraid to pause too. Great time for self-care. Yes, Shirley. Don't be afraid to pause. Because a lot of us really do actually need to. And I know for me personally, I feel lazy if I'm not doing something. I'm like, you can't. That's why I don't do well taking naps. Because I'm like, what are you doing? You already slept. You know what I'm saying? Does anybody else in here have a hard time taking a nap? Some people are like, no, I love naps. I have the hardest time taking a nap because psychologically, I'm like, you're being lazy. But no, the body needs time to regenerate. It needs time to recuperate. It needs some time to process things that you haven't processed. And so I had to give myself permission to pause. Some of us need to give ourselves permission to pause. You got to mentally click in, hey, it's okay to pause, you know? It's okay to take this time for yourself. It's okay to give yourself some time where you don't have to even feel the need to know what you need to do next. Because maybe what you're thinking you need to do next is not what you need to do next. And maybe if we just pause and be still and let something else guide and steer and inspire us, we will end up going in another direction that you didn't anticipate. Just because you're leaving room for something else to get your attention. You're leaving room for something else to give you guidance instead of us having our hands so strong, so firmly on the steering wheel of life. Maybe it's time to pause and not know what to do too. Hey, y'all. See what you're saying. Boom, I def feel lazy. I don't feel like naps. I feel you, honey. Hey, beloved king. Welcome to the conversation, darling. Tiffany, welcome to the conversation. So, yeah, man. We got any fasters in here? This is the third day of my liquid fast. Woo! I'm already thinking about what I'm going to cook tonight. Shout out to your nap, Thaddeus, because your girl has not taken a nap. As much as I think about them, I'm like, take a nap. But then I've also just laid down. Sometimes just laying down is my nap. You know, I'm just like, lay down, bro. I still want to consume some type of information, but I'm like, just lay down. And give the body the impression that you're taking a nap. Let's see. Nancy says, had to wait outside in line. Oh, she's talking about her experience at, what was the name of the store? Walmart, one of the places. Had to wait outside in a line. Oh, yeah. Lets us in 30 at a time. Most wearing masks, including myself. There are plexiglass separating cashiers from customers. Yes. The people checking receipts are in plexiglass with a box with a slit for you to insert your receipt. Wow. Come on, new normal. Well, as soon as I woke up, I saw you live. Welcome, Thaddeus. Wow. What about the times we're living in, y'all? What does it make you think? You know, witnessing where we are. Does anybody have any thoughts about what this all means to you and then to the collective, to us as a whole. I would love to pick your brain and just see what you guys are thinking about what we're experiencing right now on the planet. Hey, comedian Mr. Tennessee Chapman. Hey, welcome. Yeah, talk to me, y'all. What are your thoughts about what's happening on the planet? What do you think? What does it mean to you personally on an individual scale? And then what do you think it means to us as a whole, as a collective? I would love to hear your thoughts. Let's toss that around and see what we're all thinking about what we're experiencing. What does it mean to you that we are on this pause right now on the planet, and just what we're seeing in general? It could be about the coronavirus. It could be about some of the things we've been hearing down the pipeline, 5G, all the things that, are coming up for discussion. Throw it in the pot and let's just see what we're thinking right now and how this is affecting our psyche and us spiritually, if it is affecting you that way, mentally, physically. Have you guys been taking care of yourself and doing preventative things in the interim while we're waiting for everything to shift? Right now I got me a little elixir that I've created. This is elderberry. I took my herbs this morning, which is, some of them are blood purifiers, anti-inflammatory. I'm drinking some honey ginger tea in here with 3 shots, not shots, honey, this thing would taste real different. 3 capfuls of raw organic apple cider vinegar. I have this probably a few times a day. Yeah, tell me what you're doing out there. Tell me how you're feeling. Let's chop it up. Kadria says, hi, Rhona. Hey, I think this virus is God's way of giving us another opportunity to be kind to one another and to the planet. As people, our lives are so rushed and fast-paced. This is time to go back to the basics. I am cleaning and organizing. Love, elderberry. Bless up, honey. Thank you for sharing your thoughts. Yeah. That's definitely one of the ways that a lot of us are thinking about this pause. Beloved King says, Ro, guess what? I have my rings from Temple of Soul. He's awesome. Okay. I think he told me that you reached out. I'm so glad you got it. Look, come on now. I'm all the way dripping. All right. What are you guys thinking about what we're experiencing? Imran says, drinking turmeric and ginger milk. Come on, y'all. That's right. Get your preventative stuff up. It is definitely a time for us to pause and get the body into homeostasis, right? Into a space where even if something did try to come in, we're giving ourselves a fighting chance to be healthy in spite of, right? Definitely. And in our previous talks, we talked about controlling what we can control, right? If you ever feel like you're getting a little too overwhelmed, if you feel like you don't know what to do because you're getting too much information and it's scaring the crap out of you, control what you can control. Where are you giving your focus? Where are you giving your attention, right? Who are you giving your attention to? What are the conversations we're having? What is the language we're using? To describe what we're experiencing. Is it defeating or is it liberating? Is it empowering or is it something that scares, you to pieces? How are we talking about it? What are we talking about? Who are we keeping around us on a regular basis? Do we need to siphon off if we're quarantined, honey? With someone or something that is not necessarily the most, conducive to a happy space right now. What can you do to create a safe haven for yourself? What can you do to create more peace around yourself? You feel me? And telling everyone I love them. Beautiful. That's beautiful. Check in with your loved ones, right? Check in with your loved ones. Good afternoon, Jordan. Hey, Tanita. She said, I got an elixir I made for my nurse sister friends. Thyme, turmeric, lemon and lemon peel, clover, cinnamon bark, eucalyptus, vanilla, and honey. That thing fire. Sound like it's fire, honey. Thank you for putting the recipe in here. That's another one of my sisters that is health conscious and totally tapped in to different methods that we can use to keep ourselves healthy right now. So definitely check out Tanita and her Move Dance Live thing. Tanita, do you have another one coming up? If you do, can you drop it in the chat, darling? Love you back, Imran. Thank you, honey. Shirley says, this week I got nice flowers for our balcony. So when it's nice weather this weekend, we sit in a beautiful environment. Yes, control what you can control, right? I'm about to go sit on my balcony today. It's beautiful. It's sunny. The sun can be a mood lifter for sure, right? So I'm going to sit on my balcony today. I'm going to surround myself with beautiful things that make me feel like I'm loved, okay? That I'm doing some good self-care, some nurturing. And, I'm not, the same thing I've been doing. I'm not going to run from anything. I'm going to be paying attention to what's trying to get my attention right now, right? Who's fasting? Who's in the fasting squad? This is our third day. We are almost complete. This is day number 3, baby. Liquid fast. I love to speak on day 3s because I never know what's trying to bubble up to my consciousness to say because I'm more clear. You feel me? Emma says, I am cleaning and sorting my flat. Where do you live? Are you in Europe calling it a flat? Your apartment? Good for you. I did some cleaning last week. I did some overhauling. A lot of people are cleaning stuff out, and it's really good to declutter, right? Because it creates space for more. It creates space for more prosperity to come in. Get rid of old energy if it's no longer serving you, right? Because a lot of us don't even realize if we're holding on to things that energy is in that stuff. What kind of energy is in the stuff that you're holding on to? Is it keeping you stuck in the past or thinking about an old memory that didn't necessarily bring you joy, but maybe you're just keeping it around because you even forgot that it's there, or it's just normal for it to be there? But is it really serving your environment? Is it really doing good for your environment? Let's see. Tanita says, every Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and sometimes I jump on when the spirits say move. That's right, honey. Y'all check Tanita out. Employed. I love the way you spell that. Turn the word around. Oh, thank you, darling. Bless up. I'm forgetting I got to turn it around sometimes. Hey, thank you. All right, Anthony says, hey, Anthony, what up? I studied pandemics, and it will get worse before it gets better. Also, I am ex-military, and they will take over the supermarkets and ration out food soon, and that's when it will get crazy. You should eat. You will need your strength. Thank you, Anthony, for that insight. If you guys want to talk about that, now let's just say this. I keep you guys focused on what you can control. That is my contribution in this moment, to remind us to stay focused on those things. If you know that fear can overtake you, if you know that you're dealing with too much anxiety, if you know that, stepping outside of the matrix, so to speak, piercing the veil of our reality will make you too nervous, I don't bring that information to you. But it is not that I'm not capable of speaking about that. Just want to put that out there. I definitely have been hearing about a lot of things under the radar that are not being discussed in American media in particular. I sometimes will talk about the puppeteers pulling the puppet strings. Okay. So I'm paying attention to all of that stuff. Okay. I remember, I'll get to you guys' comments in a second. I remember when I started the journey of digging, if you will, beneath the surface, looking beyond what people would promote as our reality. That started when I was 18 years old. And I remember when I learned about it, I got excited because I was like, okay, I'm finding out what's really happening, right? And then when I started to share it with the people that were around me, I started feeling ostracized. Like, I didn't want to look crazy to people. I'm like, this is what's happening. And I remember, for an example, this was at a time when they were talking about how cameras were going to be flooding the streets, and there were no cameras to be seen at that time. So it just looked crazy and far-fetched to say that, Big Brother was going to be watching on that level. And I found that out years before, like decades, okay? Decades ago now, but years before it even started being implemented, I was hip to what was happening. And so I started to share just things that I was learning along the way, and people were looking at me like I was crazy. And that's just one thing. There's several things. And I just started to keep quiet, kind of silenced me, because I didn't want to feel like, I didn't want to scare people. And then I didn't want to feel ostracized because of what I knew. Right? But if ever I feel like something's coming up and it needs to be communicated. I will definitely do it because I feel like it is for our highest good. In the meantime, I am sifting through information and doing my best to use my discernment with what I think is necessary or could be good to share with you all. I have definitely been hearing about the martial law conversation. I've definitely been hearing about the acceleration of the possible disease with this 5G implementation that right now seems a bit thwarted. I've definitely been hearing about the scandalous things that could be going on with the elites that possibly is being brought to the forefront of society, and it will be very difficult for people to digest the information. Already been introduced to that stuff, but is it going to be our reality? I don't know. And so because of that, I try to be as responsible as possible with what I bring to you, because I like to bring solutions, or I at least like to bring something where I'm saying, hey, this is what we know, and then this is what we can do about what we know, even if it's not the answer, but it's something that empowers you. So I just want to say that. All right, let me see what you're saying. Marquita said, yes, glad to have joined the fast. Give him, oh, good for you, Marquita. Good for you. Jordan says, planning on deep cleaning my house this weekend. Hopefully it will be great weather so I can get my sunlight. Good for the soul. Bless up. Shirley says, for in the house, I bought the nice candles. Work out at home and I'm painting numbers. So satisfying. I'm reading so much. Good, 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 good. Hey, Amanda. How you been doing with your water, darling? Jordan says, I want to start growing a veggie garden. Me too. Me too. Well, that's going to be good for us in general, to start growing your food and possibly could become community-based minded. It just started to shift, me wanting to get where I'm going to move because I'm thinking about land and growing food and, community gardening and just not coming into a space where I'm more empowered with what I'm eating and how I'm getting my food. I mean, these are things I think we need to start thinking about. Initially, because I live more in the city, I was thinking about urban gardening and how to pull, off gardening on my balcony or hydroponics. But I think it's important for us to start getting more comfortable with the idea of gardening and growing our food and connecting with other people. You grow these things, I'll grow these things, we share. You feel me? Could be something to think about. Hey, Charles. April says, there's been a lot of dissension between some of my family members for years, and I've had some incredibly healing conversations with my cousins lately on Facebook chat and Zoom. Good. We probably, I'm sorry, honey. We probably would have never talked about the issues of our family before this quarantine. One of my cousins tested positive for COVID-19 2 weeks ago, and that was the reason we created the group chat between the cousins. I'm happy to report that my cousin has made a full recovery, and we've been continuing our video chats twice per week. That's beautiful. Good for you. That's beautiful. Jordan says, all I can say at this point is prepare to stop lingering on fear and start building on what you can for yourself and your family. Time to be strategic. Yes, ma'am. Tanita says, yes, sis, salute, empowerment. I am fasting, organizing, decluttering, shifting, reflecting, hello, and studying myself in this now. Drinking my culture, girl. Come on, speak. Traditions and languages, activating my keys and opening up more of these doors over here. You better speak and say it with such eloquence. Hello. Great news, love, and strength. Thank God. Bless up. Hey, John. Welcome to the conversation. So I am open to having whatever conversations you want to have. And I'm also open to finding what's empowering about the conversation we're having, because there's a lot of stuff out there that can make people very afraid. There's a lot of stuff out there that is fear-mongering. They're preying on that energy and they're exacerbating it. They're making it bigger than it needs to be. There's also things that really could be a threat to our way of living and the way that we move forward. And so you have a lot of people who are interested in finding out what that is and possibly putting a monkey wrench, so to speak, in the progress of that or the lack thereof. I'm one of those people that is doing what I can to hold a space of light, to hold a space of empowerment here for us and on the planet, because I do believe that my ripple effect can make a difference. And I think that's another thing that's powerful, is that we got to know and believe that what we do makes a difference. I hear some people say, well, it's just me, and if enough people don't worry about other people. What's your contribution? What can you do? And how much belief do you have in what you do? I gave an example in one of my talks for the 11 Days of Healing with Rhona, where I said, if I worried about the numbers, I wouldn't do what I do, right? But what I think is I'll chunk it all the way down to what could be so powerful. And I say, hey, it may be 3 people in a chat, but if I'm talking to the next Malcolm X, what do I care? I'm helping to support the next Malcolm. My ripple effect is off the chain. I think we all got to think from, we don't all have to do anything, right? But if you chunk down, what can my contribution be? And you think about it from that more narrowed perspective. If thinking too big is going to shut you down and make you not do anything, I think that's powerful. I mean, you could be talking to the next, or you could be helping to shape, mentor and guide the next, or you could be the next. Hello, right? But just knowing that your contribution means something. All right? Beloved King says, the 19 situation is just a wake-up call to stay home, stay clean, work on ourselves, work on personal projects, finish these books, clean your homes now, have personal mission statements for your life. Yes, it's a time for all of it, isn't it? It's a time for all of it. It's a time to pause and heal. It's a time to self-reflect. It's time to self-introspect. It's a time to come up with a new plan. It's a time to revise your old plan. It's a time to get back in touch with who you are right now and what your goals mean to you now. Do you even have goals, or are you just on the hamster wheel of life, on remote control, no vision, which is why you don't have no joy? You know what I'm saying? So it's a time for all of that. I just took one time a day at the news. There are so many worrying stories and theories. That's what I'm saying. Like, control what you can control. Dip your toe in the pool. Find out what's going on, right? Pull it out. Pull it out. Jordan, do you think because of this crisis, there are people who are afraid of adapting to a new way of life if it comes down to it? I think that a lot of people are afraid of new because it's uncertain. That's one thing. A lot of us do not know how to embrace the mystery of life. But the mystery of life is exactly what makes this thing an adventure. And we need mysteries. We need the adventure. We need the uncertainty to keep this thing interesting and to grow, to stretch. Because if nothing was challenging us as human beings, what would make you take the next bold step in your life? Or what would make you do the next bold thing you need to do to heal? Because a lot of us want to default to comfortability, right? Who doesn't want to be comfortable? But a lot of your growth does not happen when you're comfortable. It happens when you're uncomfortable. It happens when you're uncertain. It happens when you're being pushed. Now, the next thing is, what are you going to do with it? What do you choose to do with it? Some people are going to choose to stay complacent and in fear. So that's just the truth. And then some people are going to choose to let it grow them. Who will you be? Let's see. Tanita says, yes, I asked this question this morning. How can I continue to make a difference? Good, Tanita. Jewel says, I have so many ideas of new projects to work on. I just don't know where to start. Just start, baby. Which one do you feel will make the most impact first? That's a good way to kind of prioritize what you're going to do. What do you feel will make the most impact first? Or what do you feel would be the most beneficial to your bigger picture to get done first? All right. Let's see. Yes to Journey. Lawrence says, hey, Rhona, long time I've been reading the Bible and staying focused and praying. Bless up, Lawrence. Yeah, whatever we feel is going to give us the comfort and the guidance and the support that we need in this moment. I say dive in. Dive in, Shout out to everybody on the third day or just fasting in general. Shout out to you. Bless up. This is day 3 for me. Yeah, man. So are you guys grappling with anything else? you want to go down the rabbit hole, we can go down the rabbit hole. What up, William? Sir William. What up? It's so good to see you. Cheers, brother. Getting in the moment. Yes, yes, yes. It's good to pause right here with you guys. And allowing myself to not feel uncomfortable with silence right here in front of you. What up, Sir William? Say word, Tanita. We can slip and slide down that joint. I gotta be careful because I want to be able to pull people out. Because I'm telling you, I went down the rabbit hole myself years ago by myself, and I was like, how do I get out? You know what it reminded me of? Although I wouldn't be this cat, I hope I would never be this cat. You remember the Matrix? And the guy was on the ship, and he's like, I just want to eat a steak again. And then he sold out the whole dang on ship because he just wanted to be, he didn't want to know no more. You remember that? He didn't want to know no more. Hey, Ava. Hey, baby girl. Tell Ava I said, hey. Yes, we shouted out Bill Withers, and I'm going to be doing midday jams with Rhona on Sunday. Digging in the crates again, baby. We're going to give Bill Withers his just due. Thank you, Sonny. Who's the traitor, William? So, you remember that? He was like, I just want to eat a steak again because he didn't want to know what he knew no more. Ain't that something? He ended up selling out the whole dang on ship for that. But, you know, I remember that I just decided to kind of dumb down almost. I just was like, you know what? I don't even want to know no more because don't nobody else want to know. Don't nobody else want to know. Everybody wants to, you know, so many people want to live in the illusion. So cool. I'm going back to the illusion. Like, that's the price you pay for taking a red pill. But it's so beautiful. I wouldn't trade it. I wouldn't trade it. I love my journey. It's been amazing. It has stretched me so much as a human being. I have come out of so many boxes. I have come out of so many vortexes and spirals of different energies. And I've fallen in love with God, fallen out of love with God, fell back in love with God, fell out of love again. Like just a beautiful, authentic, honest journey. Straight up. Hey, Javier. Hey, darling. Peace. The most beautiful journey, authentic, not being afraid to explore and stretch and think outside of the box, not being afraid to step outside of the matrix and go, what's in there? I ain't scared. Why? Why not? What if there's something beautiful, a jewel in there? You know? But you got to be careful. You might run into some special people along the journey, but it can give you some incredible discernment too because you've experienced. You know, you stay vigilant, keep some good people by you as much as you can. And then go on the journey because I do find that truth will come back around. You may go down the block, come up and come back. You'll come back to something that you're like, this thing is here again. Maybe this is something that's actually real. You know, so if you're on the journey, don't be afraid to step out. It'll come back. It'll bring you back. Just make sure you got some people, hopefully, in your life that are authentic, supportive beings that you can lean on, that can help you to see some things that maybe all the time you can't see on your own because you're so vulnerable, because you're like a babe in the woods. You feel me? You get lucky enough, you'll find quite a few of them along the journey if it's an honest walk. And then sometimes it's going to be necessary for you to fall a little bit, skin your butt a little bit so you can really get it. You don't need all lessons like that. Some you're going to get like that. Right, Tanita? William says we can't afford to worry so much about tomorrow. Exactly. Control what you can control. If we project too far in the future, it can overwhelm you and shut you down, right? And if you stay thinking about what went wrong or whatever in the past, you're not taking advantage of the most important and powerful moment that we have control over, which is the now, right? The now. What are we doing with our now? If we find that we're getting overwhelmed and crazy, if you find that you're dealing with too much fear and anxiety, what can you do in your now to shift that? What can you give your attention to in your now to shift that? Keep them anchors on your feet while you are out there. Honey, Tanita over here speaking that stuff. It's true. You know what I'm saying? Like it's almost like that's such a great thought, a visual, right? Keeping your feet planted, but you're still stretched out there. Peace and be still in the now. So if people are looking for some cool books, since we keep saying now, I don't know if this is for, it's for who it's for. The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle could be a really cool book to explore. Some people you're ready for, some people you're not. I had that book for 3-4 years before I cracked it open. Well, something about it, I wasn't ready. Another incredible book for people who are already on the journey and ready for the next awakening is A New Earth by Eckhart Tolle. Book changed my life. I was on 14 years of a spiritual journey at the time. And my ego was telling me, because I kept running across some similar things being said in different books. I was like, well, I guess I'm reading for maintenance now. Huh? So when I read that book, I believe it was chapter 5 or 6, because I just listened to this book again after maybe a decade last year. And I remember I got to the chapter on ego, and it blew my mind, because it did not describe ego as how you would hear it in a commercial sense. It described ego, because ego you might think is a conceited person or something like that. No, it went way deeper, way more expansive than that. Ego is the thing that defines us. It's our personality self, right? It's the thing that gives us definition out here in the world, that gives us distinction, right? And so when he broke that down first, and then he talked about how the ego, basically, it was showing how my ego was getting in the way of the actual growth. And I didn't even realize that it was like, yeah, you got all these concepts, right? You got the knowledge, but are you applying it in every area of your life? Are you applying it when it's not easy? Especially when it's not easy? Now we're talking about applied knowledge becoming wisdom. Now we're talking about real self-mastery. Everybody can go read the book. Books, right? Everybody can go read the books, but who's actually applying the knowledge? And who's applying the knowledge in every area of their life? And who's applying the knowledge in every area of their life, even when it's not easy? That's when we get into some real stuff. Like right now, in the day and age that we're in, this is the time to apply the knowledge when it's not easy. For some it is easy, for some it's not. Whoever you are, this is the time to apply the knowledge, right? Whatever you've been learning along the way, even the cliche quotes that we hear that are full of truth, that's why they're cliches. Are we really applying it? It's not about the destination, it's the journey. Are you really applying it? I mean, that's just like simple, simple one. Let's see what y'all are saying. Hey, Trey. Shirley says, my journey is started so much more beautifully after I went to PPU, and I love this journey I'm in. Beautiful, honey. It's been such a pleasure to have you be a part of our PPU family. You already know that. Personal Power University, for those of you who don't know, that's my online coaching school. Like, it's so powerful to use it now. Jorday says, have to get back on the clock. Bless up, Jorday. Thank you for what you're doing, honey. Thank you so much. And thank you for always bringing your wisdom and beautiful energy to our conversations. I'll see you next time. Shanika says, love the first episode of the podcast. Bless up, honey. You guys, they released it, Shanika. I don't even know when it's released. What platform is it on, Shanika? Is it on Spotify right now? Check us out, you guys. We released our first episode of the podcast in celebration of Invoke's 30th anniversary today. Lots of fun doing this podcast. Lots of interesting fun facts that you probably don't know about the group and us individually. And we got some really cool people that have come on to talk about the history of the group and just things that you can learn as an artist, as a human being, right? Really cool. So check it out, the Funky Divas podcast, okay? Funky Divas podcast. YouTube, okay, bless up. It's probably on the Invoke channel. Check it out, Funky Divas podcast. Today is the first episode. Give me some feedback. Let me know what you guys think when you get a chance to see it. Awesome, 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 awesome. All right, happy birthday to Invoke. Happy birthday. Love it. Okay, yeah, Spotify and YouTube. Cool. Check it out. First episode of the podcast, Funky Divas Podcast. You'll learn more about the group, the history, us as individuals. Cool stuff. Cool stuff. So, this was me checking in. Need that book Terry was talking about? Oh, yeah, the one that says Diva, D-E-V-A. Lovely day. Lean on me. Bless up. Shout out to Bill Withers. Rest in peace. Rest in power. Amanda says, I'm still here just cleaning up from the run I just took to the store. I want to check out that podcast. Bless up. Hey, we need your MMC on Disney. Hey, talk to him. I don't know what to do about it, Willie. I don't know. But it would be awesome. I don't know. A lot of people have been asking about it. So shout out to applying the knowledge that we've been learning over the years. And if you feel like you're a little behind of where you would like to be on your journey, and you don't feel like you have enough supportive tools, like for moments like this, where you don't feel like there's a foundation to lean on, there's not something that makes you feel better about what you're experiencing, I think this is an opportune time. This is an opportune time or an opportunity, right, to seek those things out. Seek those people out. Seek those books out. Seek those mentors out. And if you do have spiritual practices or mental practices, I don't know what your foundation is as far as spirit or being even an atheist, but just those things that make you feel like you're okay in this world, this is the time to get back into that stuff and hopefully to maintain it from here on out. Bless up, Shirley. See you on Sunday. We're going to have a blast, baby. Midday jams with me at 2 p.m. PST on Sunday. I'm going to be digging in the crates again, bringing out some good music, some stuff you haven't heard in a while, maybe some stuff you never heard before, some stuff that you love, all of that. All of that. Liza, hey darling. So I'm leaving the floor open before I make a move for you guys to throw anything else out here. If you want people to have a message from you to encourage them, be my guest. If you feel like you're afraid of something and you want to stretch in perspective about what else it could mean so that it's not making you feel powerless or hopeless or helpless, put it out, put it in here. Babyface versus Teddy Riley. I know that's on Sunday too. I think it's at 3 p.m. So, oh shucks, I gotta either move mine around because I'm not about to miss that myself. Okay, Tanita says, gotta shift. I'm grateful for you always. I love you to life. Love and wellness to everyone in this community. Keep vibrations high. Thank you, Tanita, for checking in and bringing your beautiful self, your beautiful wisdom, your beautiful energy. Thank you. Thank you. You'll be there on IG? Okay, Nation. We'll be there together. I'm sure everybody's going to be tuning in for that. That is going to be like, woo. What? It's a battle of the hits between Babyface and Teddy Riley on Sunday on IG. Gangster. What? That's going to be so good. Talk about taking you back. So I'm going to wait till that battle is either over or I'm going to do my midday jams earlier. And then I'll be able to tune in. And then maybe come back for a late night jam because we had a blast. I had so much fun. Get the vibes right. Get the background right. Okay? So is there anything else that you guys want to share with me or share with us or that you need to get off your chest or out of your spirit or whatever. Let's do it. Shout out to everybody that fasted, is fasting. I don't know. It may be on both of their IGs, Babyface and Teddy Riley. I would think that they're probably both going to go live, I guess. Thank you, Joseph. You too. Has anybody been meditating? Using the meditations that we practiced for our 11 days of healing with Rhona? Have you been listening to good music to lift your spirit, if that's what it does for you? Have you given yourself permission to pause if you need to pause? You're welcome, Willie. Have you been monitoring where you've been giving your attention? Bless up, True. Have you been checking who you've been talking to? What kind of conversations you've been having, and what kind of effect that's been having on your mental space, your spiritual space, your physical body, your emotional self? Oh, that's awesome, Trey. Bless up. Oh, good for you, Nancy. Oh, that brings me joy that you guys took some good and from that, and that you're using it. Good. Bless up, Shanika. I see what you did there. I see what you did there. Good. Hopefully everybody's starting their day off the way they want to start it, right? We're big on winning the morning. We're big on winning the whole day. Hello. You've been listening to whole music? Love customer service, but yes, I've been meditating. Good, Liza, good. Good, good, good. Listening to whole music. All right, y'all. It's been a pleasure checking in. Just wanted to make sure everybody was good. Check in on your heart space, your mental space. Give you some support. Got some beautiful exchanges that happened in this conversation. Come hang out with me on Sunday after or before. I don't know what I'm going to do. The Babyface and Teddy Riley Battle of the Hits. Ooh, can you imagine? It's about to be off the charts. What was the announcement you were talking about yesterday? I'm not sure what you're referring to, John. Announcement I was talking about yesterday. I don't know. Thank you for the check-in. You got it, Amanda. Kim, hey, it's National Autism Awareness Month. I ask this world to embrace your quirks, looks outside the box, and judge less. Thank you, Kim, for that beautiful message. Ernst says, when I see you, I remember to breathe during these controversial times. That's beautiful. That's exactly what I have been pausing to do in this conversation, is be still and breathe. It's my pleasure, Lorenzo. Thank you. Take care, True. You have a good one, too. All right, y'all. I am sending so much love out. All right, I'm about to hop over to IG and see what's up with my IG fam. But I definitely want to check in and say hey and hang in there. Apply all this good knowledge and wisdom that we have, right? Apply the knowledge, make it wisdom. in every area of your life, even when it's not easy, especially when it's not easy. Okay? Bless everybody. Until next time, see you over at IG if you want to come hang out. Bye!